Morning driver, switch cabs here. I shall be back in here when we reverse in Bletchley. Depart here at 6:52. So switch cabs here. So we are in the AP Class 350 Enhancement Pack on the West Coast Main Line South version 5.2. Available from AlanThompsonSim.com. So we're in Bletchley and we're taking train 5 November 18 the 655 Bletchley carriage sidings to Northampton, departing on the 28th of April 2020. So this ran about a month ago. Calling at Bletchley carriage sidings, Bletchley and Northampton. So to set up this class 350, first thing I want to do is put in the master key, reverse it to neutral.
TPWF and AWF operational.
After that, I'm going to set up the TMS. So we'll go to here. So set up configuration acknowledged, so up here. So we'll press Control 1. Like that. Set up the headlights. It is daylight, so put it to the day position. And set up our destination. So we have Aston, Barnt Green, Birmingham International, Birmingham New Street, Blake Street, Bletchley, Bromsgrove, Coventry, Crewe, London Euston, Four Oaks, Hinsford, Kings Norton, Lichfield City, Lichfield Trent Valley, Liverpool Lime Street, Liverpool South Parkway, Longbridge, Milton Keynes Central, why am I moving? Northampton, Nuneaton, Perry Bar, wherever that is, Redditch, Rugby, Rugeley Trent Valley, Sandwell Dudley, Smethwick Gormbury, Smethwick, Rolfe Street, St Albans Abbey, Stafford, Stoke-on-Trent, Tamebridge Parkway, Tipton, Tring, Walsall, Watford Junction, Wolverhampton, not in service, empty depot, special. Then blank. So we are not in service. So we should be able to leave. Also remember to turn the DRA off, pressing Y. So we are now departing Bletchley carriage sidings. So departing Bletchley, the speed limit is 15 miles an hour, and the station is literally just up in the distance. I'm not sure how I feel about the LNWR livery. It's a bit dark, even though most of it is white and green. So in Bletchley we are due into platform number 5. The one next to the one from Bedford. And then on the right is the West Coast Main Line. The up fast, down fast, up slow and down slow. So in Bletchley I'm aiming to stop at the 4 car stop sign. Then reverse, go back out towards Northampton. So the 4 car stop sign should be coming up shortly. The bricks in here are really good. So the 4 car stop sign is just on the right here. And arrival into Bletchley. So now I need to shut down the cab, so put the reverser to off, take out the master key. Headlights off, taillights are automatically on. Or you can just press K to turn them on and off. So we are driving 350-101. So depart here at 7:08 for Northampton. Also switch to the northbound cab too. So press Control Alt and minus to go to the other cab. We already have a single yellow aspect. Also need to put on the DRA. So DRA off because the signal up ahead is not at danger. So put the master key in, reverse it to neutral.
TPWF and AWF operational.
Now that's good. We can just go over to the TMS, acknowledge this configuration again, so Control 1. It might take a few seconds. Then go outside. Set up our headlights, so the day position. And we are due out of here at 7:07 3/4. So there are a few trains that should pass by. I'll just speed up the footage or cut it out and then just resume back to where we leave. Okay, it is now time to depart Bletchley, so reverse us to forward, and let's go. So departing Bletchley, the speed limit is 30 miles an hour, and we have about 19 miles to Northampton. So we're running non-stop between here and Northampton. So we'll pass through Wolverton, we'll pass through Milton Keynes, which is literally just around the corner, and we'll also be passing through Wolverton. I almost said Wolverhampton, and that's wrong. So Milton Keynes Central and Wolverton, where the line going straight on will go towards Rugby, and the line right goes towards Northampton. So this is an empty train, so we are the only crew on board. Maybe other staff. Wait, do LNWR have guards? I think they do. Oh yeah, the only train that I switched out from the Trent Valley 350 to the AP one is this train. So all the other 350s will be the Trent Valley 350, not the AP one. So you will hear Trent Valley 350 sounds. So speed limit is going down to 25 as we go on the main West Coast main line. So bring our speed gently down to 25. That speedometer is really hard to read, because the needle looks like it's pointing at 25. That's a weird looking speedo. So you got bold lines at 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. That's a weird looking speedo. So speed limit is going down to 25, then up to 100 as we join the down slow. So this is set on the 28th of April. I think that was like the peak of the pandemic. Well, the first peak, because the way the government want to handle lockdown is that we are highly likely to get a second peak in September or something like that. Like, what's the point in easing lockdown if there's no cure? There's just no point. Because everyone's just going to get sick again. I mean, I'm no biologist, so I might have this completely wrong. But it doesn't really make sense easing lockdown if there's no cure or treatment yet. So speed limit is now 100 as we have joined the down slow towards Milton Keynes. So yeah, because this is the height of the pandemic, we won't see that many trains. So we've already seen a 92 on the Caledonian Sleeper to Euston. We've seen a 350 from Northampton to London. We should see some more Pedalinos and some more 350s. This train is really taking its time. So our next station coming up is Milton Keynes Central, where we will pass on the down slow. So taking a look at the 350, AP have done an amazing job. even if it is basically just the same thing as the AP 450, but with a pantograph. It says operated by West Midlands trains. You do see quite a lot of these around Manchester because Transpennines 397s haven't all entered service yet, which means Transpennine have to hang on to their 350s for a bit longer. So it is a bit strange seeing LNWR 350s in Manchester and heading up to Scotland. A Pendle from Wolverhampton to London. Oh yeah, this was also before I got the debranded Pedalino pack that I use. So you'll be seeing lots of debranded version Pedalinos. So this is Milton Keynes Central. We're due through platform, I think it's 3. Yeah, platform 3. Why is that a danger? I think it's broken. Also, it also said there was a neutral section coming up. So put that to neutral. And just coast until we have passed the neutral section. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the signal was broken. Yeah, Train Sim has a lot of glitches. Anyway, back outside. So here's the neutral section. So this yellow light should come up on the right. Or that one. This white one on the bottom right. It shouldn't take too long to pass through the neutral section. And I think we've already passed through it. We have a warning for 70 miles an hour as we pass through Wolverton station, where the works are. So turn down to 70. Slowing down very gently. This spec is really responsive. This here is Wolverton station. If I could get a decent frame rate. And the speed limit went back up to 90 miles an hour. So on the 350 we have the driving vehicle. We have a centre coach with a pantograph that collects 25 kilovolt AC at 50 Hz from the overhead wires. We have another intermediate coach with first class, and we have the rear driving vehicle. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about the livery. Does the 350-2 come with the third rail removed? I haven't checked. Passenger view? Yeah, I don't know why AP left it as the Southwest Trains interior. Because I think I have seen the interior of a 350 LNWR. I think it's green on the inside. I think it's green. I mean, green wouldn't make the most sense because the exterior is green and the branding is green. This is a disused station, which I've completely forgotten the name of. I'll put it as a caption in editing. Speed limit is now 100 miles an hour, so we can accelerate back up to max speed again. So looking up here, it says maximum speed 100. Even though I think the 350 fleet has been upgraded to 110, because it would be a lot easier to pass the 350 if you could travel at 110 on the fast lines as opposed to 100. Just so you wouldn't have a bunch of Pedalinos just backing up behind it. So shortly we should be coming up on road where the line to Rugby joins, or the more direct route to Rugby, and then to the right will be to Northampton, or the Northampton loop. And I'm already speeding. What a surprise. 105, 104, 103, 102, 101, 100. So just a quick junction so trains can get onto the Northampton line quicker instead of doing it at Milton Keynes. So shortly coming up now is road where we branch off on towards Northampton. So yeah, I do like the 350 EP. I think between the 350 and the 450, I'll definitely be using the 350 more often, because trying to create a scenario out of Waterloo will just take forever. Even though saying that, same with out of Euston when lockdown's over. So it's giving me a warning of 90, so I'll slow down for that. I think we were already doing 90. So try and bring our speed back up to 90. Yeah, I think that should do it. So Northampton platform 3 in about 7 miles. So we should start heading downwards as the West Coast Main Line, the fast lines, shows stay, I think it's level, or it might go up a bit. Yeah, I don't think I've been on a train in about 68 days, I think. Last time I went on the train was March 19th, and it's now May 26th. So it's been more than 2 months. Yeah, I could have forgotten what being going on a train is like. Well, good thing I could drive them in a simulator. Ooh, 90 containers. Cool. Anyway, speaking of 90s, GA's 90s have all gone up to Freightliner in crew, or whatever. So which means Freightliner can now withdraw all of their 86s. I mean, 86s, how old are they? About 60, I think? They were built in the 60s, I think it was the 60s. So 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s, 2020. Yeah, I think they're about 60, 70 years old. So they're practically just falling to pieces. So it's good that they're being replaced. Also, the speed limit went up to 100. In how old in the 90s? They were built, let's say, 1990s when they came into service. So about 30 years. Yeah, 90s do have a few good years on them left. And saying that, 66s are starting to age as well, because I think the first 6 came into service in like 1999. So that was about 21 years ago. So yeah, I think most of the freight stock now is do a replacement. Although saying that, the lifespan of a freight engine is like 40, 50 years old. It's passenger trains that need to keep new. Although saying that, the HFCs were in service for about 40 years. And Northern Sprinters are more than 30 years old. I mean, also the 350s have been in service since like 2001, 2002. They're also about 20 years old as well. Yeah, it's these things that you don't really realise how old they are until you think about it. Because 350s have been around for ages. So, just before we entered the tunnel, we had a warning for 35 miles an hour, which is going down to 20 as we curve into Northampton. So, I'll start slowing down for the 35 limit. And then as we curve into Northampton, the speed limit is going down to 20 miles an hour before we get into Northampton station. If I could get a decent frame rate. So going down to 45, 40, 35. So after getting into Northampton, I think the train goes back out to London Euston. So I change this back to London. Train Tipton, Cambridge, Stoke, Stafford, Oban, Sweatherwick, Liverpool, Lichfield. I'll say it's hold on for 20. Where's London? Liverpool, Lichfield, Nottingham, Hensford, Four Oaks, Euston. There it is. Because during this time, LNWR ran trains between Birmingham New Street and Coventry, Birmingham New Street to Northampton, Northampton to Euston. So if you want to go from Birmingham to Euston, you would have to get a Vanti train or change in Northampton. So this is Northampton. So I'm aiming to stop at the 4-car stop sign, which is just coming up on the right. So this is the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed me taking this short trip in a 350. So thank you for watching. Follow me on Twitch for live streams. Follow me on Twitter for future video updates. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.